Hello my lovely vixens, it's Foxy here. So today I'm going to be talking about the most anticipated event in all of Breyer history every year, which is Breyerfest. I've never done a video like this, but I've been requested to do it multiple times, so I'm very excited to be doing it today. Let's get on with Breyerfest. So you guys sent me in questions on Instagram and Facebook that you want to know about the world of Breyerfest. It is the most magical event in all of the year. The best 3 days that any Breyer collector can experience ever. Now, a little disclaimer is that these are all personal opinions and stuff about Breyerfest and all the festivities that take place there. I can't tell you how to have fun at Breyerfest. I could sit in front of this camera for hours and tell you all of my experiences, but in the end, this is your Breyerfest, and I can't tell you what is fun and what is not. So all of these questions are broken down into a bunch of categories, and you can skip around in the description below. I'm gonna make a list of all the categories and what times in the video they are going to be in. This will be a very long and informative video. Here we go. Are you ready? I hope you are.
Sit down, grab some popcorn, learn about Breyerfest.
So the first category is going to be about my personal stuff, as in, am I going to Breyerfest and all that stuff. The first question is, are you going to Breyerfest? Yes, indeed. This will be my 5th Breyerfest, and I have never been so excited. I have some super cool friends, like Megan and Michaela, and so many people that I can't think of because I'm too excited. They're all going, and I'm so happy to see them all, and I'm so happy to see you guys, too. Are there any YouTube meets at Breyerfest? Yes, yes, yes. So there are several meets. I am actually hosting one this year myself again. I'll have another video out about that later, but for now I'm just going to give you a little basis and tour through all of the other YouTube events.
Just spit on. How do you do that? How do you spit on your own face?
On Friday, there is a Instagram meet that is in the back lobby of the Clarion, and it's hosted by Vincent and Gabby, and I think her name's Caitlin. She's Autumn Miss Studios on Instagram, but that'll be in the back lobby of the Clarion on Friday at I think around 5 or 6, and there will be a lot of Instagrammers there. On Saturday, there are 2 YouTube meets. One includes mine, and the other is the annual Breyerfest YouTube meet. That one is at the park at 3 o'clock, and it is by the gigantic plastic horse that is called Fluffy, and you'll walk into the park, you'll see him right there on the grass going up to the indoor arena. Really hard to miss it, but that's at 3 o'clock on Saturday. Now, also on Saturday is my YouTube meet, which will be at 7 o'clock-ish in the back lobby of the Clarion. I'm going to have more information about this later, but it's basically going to be, I'm going to have a Q&A panel with me and my Vengeance Reign cast members, and so you guys can ask your questions, and then we're going to be signing stuff, hanging out, shopping. After that, it'll be awesome. I'll have another video on that, so you can come check us out and say hi. Now, the next category is what should you bring to Breyerfest? The first question is, what should I wear to Breyerfest? It's super, super hot, so I'd suggest shorts, tank tops, flip-flops, maybe not flip-flops, anything that's really cool and light colors. I usually wear all black, and that's bad. Light stuff that you're comfortable in. Should I bring food and water to Breyerfest? I would suggest bringing small snacks and definitely water bottles, but there is a massive food court in the back of Breyerfest, and there's also a food stand on the indoor arena that has freaking amazing cheese fries. Now, the best part of it all, the arrival at Breyerfest. I'm getting a little too excited. I'm getting too into this. First off is, what is the best time to arrive at Breyerfest? I think the park opens at 9 o'clock. I usually try to get there 9:30, any time that's in there. There isn't really a time frame for Breyerfest, so whatever time you want to get there, that's up to you. If you have 3-day tickets, you can just walk right in. There is not usually a line to get in. You will see a massive line wrapping around the park. If you have 3-day tickets, don't worry about it, walk right in. That is the Ninja Pit of Death line, and maybe the Will Call line, but don't worry about it. I'll talk about the Ninja Pit of Death later. What day should I arrive? I get there on Thursday, usually a little bit earlier in the day so that I can get to the Clarion around 5 and shop because all the doors are open on Thursday. You can get there on Wednesday. There are usually some rooms that are open at the Clarion on Wednesday, but the event does not start until Friday. Now here are the basics of being at Breyerfest. What do you do if you don't have time for everything? I promise you, you will have time for everything. As someone who does not go to the shows, I find I have too much time on my hands going to the park, doing absolutely nothing until the YouTube meet. It's just a lot of hanging out with your friends and stuff like that. You will have time, just have fun, enjoy yourself. There's no rush at Breyerfest. How do you manage your time? Now, I'm not someone who does a lot of the stuff. I don't go to the Breyer store, so I don't have to wait in a line. I don't have to show. I don't go into the Ninja Pit of Death. I don't really do many of those things. I just like to explore the park, shop, do things on my own. You just have to make sure you know what time your special run tickets are and fit your schedule around that, as well as the YouTube meets and meetups if you're doing any of those. I'm going to talk about the special run tickets a little bit later. Best piece of advice for a first timer: just have fun. Do what you can. Don't worry if you don't bring enough money. Don't worry if you don't buy enough horses. Don't worry that you didn't get everything done, because it's just about the experience and being there and being around the people and the horses and the craziness of Breyerfest. It's not a competition for who can buy the most horses. Just enjoy yourself and have a really awesome time eating food and seeing your internet friends that you couldn't see anywhere else. Now, the next section is a very important section, which is money. How much money would you suggest to bring to Breyerfest? This is totally subjective. This is however much money you feel like you can bring. Some people bring thousands. My first Breyerfest, I brought about 300 and I still bought 24 models. Some people can't afford to buy crazy amounts of horses. Some people are just there for the experience. You don't need to worry about the money portion of Breyerfest, because I promise that you'll buy what you want, you'll be able to afford the things that you want, and you'll just have a ton of fun. How to spend your money throughout the days. Now, this was always a problem for me. I'm there 3 days, and having only $300 at my first Breyerfest was a little bit crazy. But if you bring horses to sell, you'll be able to fluctuate, so you can spend some money, make some money, and it goes back and forth. There's always money coming in and leaving at Breyerfest. So I would just bring a certain amount from the total that you have and say, this is how much I'm spending this day, and you can't spend over, and that's how you have to stop yourself. You have to have a limit for yourself. Now, I also get this asked a lot: how do you make money for Breyerfest? Well, I just had a yard sale, so I sold a bunch of stuff. I sell horses throughout the entire year, do chores, do stuff. There's also this awesome website called Opinion Outpost where you can make some money for yourself. This video is actually brought to you by Opinion Outpost, so thank you so much for the people over there. Opinion Outpost is a website where you can earn cash, Amazon gift cards, iTunes gift cards, and other rewards for just giving your opinion towards research companies. You just have to complete opinion-based surveys and you'll earn points for this, and then you can cash in and get money in return. And of course, we all know what you're gonna spend that money on. If you'd like to check out Opinion Outpost to make some extra money for Breyerfest, go click the link in the description below. Next is purchasing the models, everyone's favorite part of Breyerfest. First off is, how do you pack the horses that you buy? I am very guilty of this in the past, is I just put them in my suitcase and wrap them with my clothes. I do not recommend this. This is a very dangerous way of packing your horses. Another way is to put them in a massive box and ship them back to your house, which is pretty costly. You can also bring boxes on the planes, and if you're driving, this should be so easy for you. Just put them in a box, put them in your car, leave, go home. Hope you had fun at Breyerfest. How do you keep track of all the models that you buy and sell? It's not very hard keeping track of the ones that I buy, because I kind of just stare at them all day and take many pictures of them and post them all on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, _Foxtastic_, 2 X's. Models that you sell, I would definitely recommend making a sales list ahead of time and being like, you gone, and like checking them off as you go. Buy horse, buy Felicia. How do you find rare models for good prices? Everything at Breyerfest is great prices. That's a lie. The Breyer swap meet is probably the best place to go aside from the Clarion. Everything at the Clarion and the room sales is going to be the best. The best. That's all I have to say. The Breyer swap meet is on Friday, and I think it's around 7 o'clock. I'll put a time on the screen right here. This is the time that the swap meet is, at this time. And you just gotta wait in line, you'll get let into the hall, and there are many tables with many horses, and it is amazing, and I love it so much. How to negotiate for good prices. This is something I'm an expert.
I'm never doing this again.
You can't even see my arms. I make so many hand gestures and you can't even see them. If a horse is $100, don't be like, will you take 30? This is not the thing. You can usually ask $5 lower if it's a more inexpensive model. And when it gets up in the hundreds, you can maybe ask 10, 15, and lower as it goes up. Be polite to the people. Don't be like,
I'm gonna give you $5 for this. If you don't take it, I'm walking out. Bye.
that's rude. Be nice to the people that you are buying from, and they'll be nice to you. How many Breyers should you buy? This is Breyerfest.
Go crazy.
Get anything you want. Buy all the stuff of your dreams, but keep within your budget, okay? This is not a, you should buy 4,000 horses, or you should only buy 3 horses. This is up to you. You can buy all the horses you want. No one's gonna judge you. They're just gonna be really jealous if you buy like 20,000 horses. I'm gonna be jealous. Go you. Next is about the room sales. My favorite part of Breyerfest. How do the room sales work? This is very simple.
You go into the room, and there are sales.
This takes place at the Clarion and the Holiday Inn. It's the biggest sales event. Basically, you walk into the hotel, everyone's hotel rooms are open, and everyone is selling horses out of their rooms. It is fabulous. You will find all the horses you have ever wanted for amazing prices because these collectors just want to get rid of them. I suggest going on Thursday when all of your favorite horses haven't been swiped up. And I suggest going on Sunday when collectors are trying to get rid of the horses they don't want to take home and taking extremely low prices. Is the Clarion the only hotel you can sell horses in? I haven't heard of other hotels that sell horses because everyone is usually at the Clarion, but people do sell stuff at the Embassy. The Embassy is the second hotel. Everyone usually has their window displays in the windows of the Embassy. It's freaking awesome. And they usually have in the window, like, this horse is for sale. But they're not as massive sales as they are at the Clarion. Now, our next category is the N-Pod, which is the Ninja Pit of Death, and this is the craziest part of Breyerfest. But I have not been. So this is going to be from the outside view of the Ninja Pit of Death, also known as just the Breyer store. Now, the Ninja Pit of Death is basically the Breyer store, and you can find inside the store specials, old special runs that they had an overstock of that they're selling again for a cheaper price. Now, apparently the Ninja Pit of Death has gone downhill. Some people have been able to find runs of 30 in there for $50, and apparently that is not the case today. I promise it's not as dangerous as it sounds. It's hectic, there's a lot of people in there, but no one is going to kill you if you grab a horse and they grab the same horse. You'll be okay. There are lots and lots of Breyer employees there to help you guys not physically maim each other. You will not be injured in the Ninja Pit of Death. It's called the Ninja Pit of Death because you gotta get in there fast, you gotta grab your models before someone else does,
And you gotta get out before the next swarm comes in and tramples you.
It's not this violent, I promise. How early should you arrive to N-Pod? They let you in groups, and you can go in, buy your stuff, and then you'll get let out, and they only let a certain amount of people in at a time. People start lining up for this at about 4 a.m. So if you want to be in the first group, the second group, and be ensured that you get the models that you want from the store, you are going to have to get there 4 a.m., 5 a.m. How do you get store specials? This is the Ninja Pit of Death and the Breyer store. Next, we are going to talk about the special run line. How does the special run line work? Alright, I'm going to do my best to describe the special run line to you, as it's something that is pretty confusing. So I would highly suggest you show up to your special run line 15 minutes before your time increment. 350 tickets are issued, and from the 350, they will pull a number. Basically, what they do is from the number they choose, they start counting up, and the numbers up from the number they choose will be your place in line. Say your number is 38, and they choose the number 30. Then first in line will be 31, then 32, then 33, and so on, and you will be number 8 in the line, pulled from 30. If they pull the number 39, which is one number above your number, which is 38, then you will be in the way back of the line as it counts up and not down. This is really hard to explain. I hope that made sense. Say your number is 2. They pull the number 1. You will be first in line. They pull the number 3. You will be last in line. Get it? Cool.
That was my segment on special run tickets.
Lastly, we're going to talk about the Breyerfest show. What should you bring to the Breyerfest show? Anything you would bring to a normal show. You want to bring your class list. You want to bring your horses. You want to bring makeup brushes, Vaseline to make them all shiny. Anything that you need to keep you happy and keep you organized. How to pack show horses. Pony pouches, bubble wrap, rice paper, massive tubs. go to town. How to hear the judges. Breyerfest shows are chaotic, it's crazy, you can't hear anything. I would just suggest paying really close attention and keeping your ears open. Can you close your ears? That's not possible. How many models to bring? This is totally up to you. If you're flying, I would bring a very minimal show string and only your best horses. If you are driving, bring what you can. Bring it all. Let's go to town.
Win! Oh, jeez.
So that is all of my Breyerfest information. I hope this was helpful to you guys, and I hope you have an awesome time at Breyerfest. And if you're not going, don't worry, you will still have a lot of fun this summer doing your own things, watching Netflix. Orange is the New Black just came out. Life's good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel for more content. I hope to see you guys at Breyerfest, and I'll have a video later about my meetup and all that information. I love you all, my lovely vixens. Have a lovely day. Wow, I say that too much. Shine on!